This video is for my single mums and potentially guys that are dating. So if you're neither of those two things, then you can just keep on scrolling. I feel like there is such a stigma, even still now really, not so much as it used to be, but definitely within the last 3 years, because that's how long I've been single, that there is such a stigma around single mums and dating.
Yeah, and the reason why there's such a stigma around single mothers and dating is because they shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Guys, there are so many, sad little videos from these single mothers on TikTok here saying, we're not red flags, but at the same time, why won't men date us? Oh, it's because they're not real men. And guys, I find this to be incredibly hilarious because at the end of the day, these are women who chose to have kids with some random dude that they either pushed out of the family or who didn't want to stick around in the first place. So as far as I'm concerned, guys, yes, being a single mother is a red flag, and I don't blame men for not wanting to date you. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again. And on today's episode, we have a few video clips here from single mothers who, they like to get on the internet. Like, I'll pull up another quick example here for a moment before we jump in. Who just like to jump on the internet and get real pissed. Okay, they're really frustrated that men are just not taking them seriously. Okay, so we have this woman here who's an older single mother, and as you can see on the screen here, it says single mother rant. We also have another woman here, the classic in her car, right? And all of these women, they just feel hard done by, despite the fact that it was their own decision to be a single mother. So guys, let's jump right into today's episode. And don't forget, guys, today's episode was made by Matrix of Madness. Don't forget to go and subscribe to his YouTube channel. I'm going to leave it linked in the pinned comment, so make sure you go check him out, give him a sub, and let's jump right into today's episode. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your own comments. Let's jump in.
This video is for my single mums and potentially guys that are dating. So if you're neither of those two things, then you can just keep on scrolling. I feel like there is such a stigma, even still now really, not so much as it used to be, but definitely within the last 3 years, because that's how long I've been single.
Right, so not only, let's just think about this for a second, okay? This woman is a single mother. So she either pushed the guy out of the family unit or the dude didn't want to stick around. Usually the guy is actually happy to take care of the kid, but the women don't want him around, But in any case, she doesn't have a relationship anymore. She's a single mother. Of course, we did this outside of marriage, I'm going to assume. Not that I think marriage is a good idea for men these days, but you see my point. And she's been single for 3 years. Now, whenever we have women bring up how long they've been single for, please make no mistake, gentlemen, they have not been celibate for these past 3 years. I guarantee you she's been seeing dudes in the middle of this, but typically none of these men want to commit to single mothers.
That there is such a stigma around single mums and dating. I remember when I first became single again and having to get back in the dating game, dating apps, etc. Bearing in mind that when I was single prior to that 8 years before, the dating apps and things just didn't exist, like it wasn't a thing.
Nobody makes you jump on these dating applications. Guys, please understand that by the time a woman thinks that she has to hop on dating applications to find her Prince Charming, it's already over, okay? It is game, set, wrap, close the curtains, whatever you want to call it, because you don't need to jump on dating applications as a woman. The reason why you don't is because you already have a bunch of options. Now, you might think that you're better than these options or that you deserve better. But that's a you problem, okay? If you give a man 5 options with women in his age bracket, he will probably be able to make 3 to 4 of them work, to be honest with you, right? But you give these women, even the single mothers, even the ones who don't take care of their health, who don't look the best, you could give these women quite literally thousands of options, and they will still never be happy, and they'll still never be able to get commitment from a single one. Actually, even the ones they can get commitment from, is what I'm trying to say here, they don't want these guys anyway.
And I remember the feeling of such borderline like shame, which is ridiculous because I would absolutely never ever be embarrassed or shamed about being a mum.
No, no, no. It's not embarrassing to be a mother, right? Everybody knows and understands that being a mother is one of the most crucial roles in society. It's also one of the most respected roles in society, as much as these women, say that it's not. What people don't like are single mothers, right? Because what it communicates is that you don't care about your kid, right? You're a net detriment to society. And the reason for this, guys, is because if you cared so much about the child, you would ensure that it had a father figure, like that its father was in the picture. That's really what it's about at the end of the day, okay? Because obviously, kids growing up who miss a parent, this is not a good thing. This is not a natural thing. It's going to stunt their growth in some capacity. And this isn't me getting on here trying to roast people who grew up in single parent households. I just think that they're at a disadvantage, to be honest with you. A lot of these guys who grow up without a parent in the picture, or a lot of these girls who grow up without a father, for example, they do worse off, right? I feel for these people. I feel for these children. That absolutely sucks, man, right? So why would you do it to your kid? It's not that people don't like mothers. Mothers are a fantastic role. They're an important role in society. You should feel shame because you're a single mother. Let's run it back here. And guys, please understand, this like Halo music, this chorus chanting that's going on in the background, she's put this in her own video, by the way.
Ridiculous because I would absolutely never ever be embarrassed or shamed about being a mum.
Yeah, so you should feel shame, but of course you don't. Let's continue.
Like, oh, she's a single mom, like, oh, she's got a kid, oh, she's got a 4-year-old, and like it would instantly be a turn off or a red flag or something that would stop me from dating and finding people who are interested in me.
Yes, because it is a red flag. It is a quote-unquote turn off, as you put it. Men don't want to date single mothers long term, and the ones that do don't respect themselves, right? And I'll take it a step further as well. The dudes who do want to date you, you're not attracted to them anyway. You treat them like crap. This is true of a lot of modern women, guys. The men who put in the effort, the men who do all of this traditional stuff with these women, give them a relationship, plan dates, take them on trips, whatever the case may be. These are the guys who get treated the absolute worst, by the way, right? Because the women are always thinking about that guy that she's actually attracted to. The one that never had to take her out on a trip, that never had to do things for her. He's always going to be the one who's in the back of her mind. Why? Because he was attractive.
And the reason I felt like that, and I don't really feel like that now because this is my life, I am who I am, and if somebody doesn't like me because I've got a son, then they can absolutely go fuck themselves. But the reason I felt like that is because I think there's a stigma around it that single parents are dating to find their child a new dad, a new father role, a new baby daddy, someone to replace their child's father. And that's just so far from the truth. It's a joke. I mean, don't get me wrong, there maybe are some women out there who are on that kind of vibe, but that's not most of us, and that's certainly not me.
Okay, so number one, that's nonsense. A lot of these women are trying to date because they want somebody to look after them financially. I would actually say the majority of them are doing this. So let's move that out of the way for a moment here. This is not typically why people don't want to date single mothers. There are a lot more reasons other than, hey, I'm going to have to pay for this kid and you. That's one of the reasons. Like, don't get it twisted. So many single mothers are out here looking for that. I strongly disagree with this woman. But there are many other reasons why men don't want to date single mothers. Number one, they don't want to look after a kid that is not their own. Why on earth are they doing that? I have absolutely no idea why men would want to do this. And a lot of guys, most of them in fact, don't want to. That's number one. Number two, why did you choose to have a kid with a guy if it wasn't going to last? That's number two as well. Number three, you're going to have to end up paying for the kid. Number 4, if you look after the kid and her, you're going to get attached to the kid and you have no rights over it, but you have all of the damn responsibility. That's number 4. Number 5, single mothers oftentimes have very, very bad character traits, hence the reason why they're single in the first place. Number 6, a lot of these women tend to use men, right? They tend to use men for not just their resources, but also any other assistance they may provide, even if they're not attracted to them, because they're leeches. Right? I mean, the list goes on and on. Next, there's the baggage, right? Attached to previous guys. She's probably been with a whole bunch of them, etc., etc. Okay? I mean, the list just goes on and on and on.
My child has a dad, and he absolutely does not need another one. For me, personally, and I'm hoping that many of you single mums out there who are also dating will 100% agree and resonate with this. The thing that we're looking for the most in a partner, being a single parent, is to find a man or a woman or whoever that's going to love us correctly this time. And someone who's going to show our children or our child what real love is like and how to love correctly and how to treat someone and how to be treated and how to just be in a healthy, happy relationship and to set that example so that they grow up knowing what real, true, honest, pure love looks like.
Hey, maybe, this is just a thought for you. Maybe you should have gotten these things before you decided to have a kid. It's always really funny to me, guys, how women will either become a single mother or they'll hit the age of 30, whichever comes first, right? And then they'll start making videos and having this self-dialogue about how, well, I need to be treated better now. Why didn't you go for the dudes who treated you best in the first place? And the reason why these women don't do that is because, number 1, these typically aren't the most attractive men for them. Number 2, maybe these guys don't have a successful career yet, right? And so what these women do is they chase the dudes with all of the options. They chase the guys who don't want them, who are only using them for a bit of fun. They can't get a long-term commitment out of him, or at least they don't see one because he doesn't have enough money, things like this. And then things go south, right? They never shoot for the golden relationship straight up, do they, guys? Right? They never do. They shoot for the chads. They shoot for the dudes who look really good and maybe have a lot of money and things like this. But the guy who's working his way up, for example, up the career ladder, the man who doesn't have a lot of money yet, the man who's not super attractive yet, maybe he's only put in a little bit of effort in his journey at the gym. You know, these guys are invisible. She doesn't care, okay? Let's just say you're a dude and you're quite a tall fellow, okay? And you're really thin and you start going to the gym, right? She's going to look at you. I mean, you're tall, so you have an asset, right? But, you know, you're going to be overlooked for the tall dudes who have muscle, for example. Okay, they want the dudes who are at the finish line, man. That's what this is really all about. And this is why so many of these women are single and they complain that men don't want them, right? It's because what they're doing is they want the dudes who are at the finish line. They want the tall guys, they want the jacked guys, they want the handsome ones, the ones that have a lot of money, things like this. And if you lack these characteristics, then, well, you're probably going to lose to a guy that has one or more of them than you do. So, you know, these women essentially make themselves single by chasing the dudes who don't want them, okay? And it doesn't matter how unhealthy she is. It doesn't matter if she's a single mother, oftentimes. They'll still continue to do that and then cry about it. I mean, this woman is, what, 3 years still single, so she's evidently still been doing it. But still no Prince Charming.
And that's it.
No.
Right, so that's the end of this clip. Like, what is this music, by the way, that these... This looks terrifying. That these women put in the background of their videos, man. Like, they have to put in this piano, they have to put in this sad music, because I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to elicit empathy from the audience, right? They want you guys to look at these videos and go, oh, poor woman, you've had it so difficult, it must be so hard being a single mother, right? They want you to empathize with them. But again, anytime you sit there and you actually think about what they're saying, you realize it's nonsense. You start applying logic to these situations and you're like, wait a minute, why didn't you choose a good man to begin with? Right? If he's such a bad man, or you had to kick him out or whatever, why didn't you choose the good relationship to begin with? So we have this woman here who is also a single mother. She has a rant ready for us to go. Let's take a listen.
No, I'm not really one for negativity and I don't like to post personal stuff or anything on a page, but you know what really gets on my nerves, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same.
Right, so we don't like posting personal things publicly, and we don't like making these sorts of videos. But here we are posting these things publicly, and making these sorts of videos. I mean, guys, you can't make this crap up, right? Oh, I don't want to be posting this. I'm not normally like this, said every single woman posting on TikTok ever.
So when a child's father finds a new girlfriend and then leaves the children.
Wait, say that again. What did she say? When the father finds a new woman? So what, we don't have a relationship with this man, he finds a new woman and then he leaves you? And the kid's behind? Is that what she's saying?
Friend.
Let's wind it back.
When a child's father finds a new girlfriend and then leaves the children. Somehow it becomes unavailable for the dates and days that they usually take them, and moves them dates and days, even though it's only like a half an hour, by a wee frappuccino date.
You know what, guys? I think that this woman is more pissed at her ex found a woman than the fact that he's moving the pickup or drop-off dates that they've scheduled by half an hour. By her own admission, these are tiny, and I don't think this has ever bothered her before, right? The moving it. It sounds to me like she's not annoyed about the fact that they've had to move these things by half an hour. It sounds to me like she's just pissed because the ex-husband or the father of the kids has found somebody else. And this is what I noticed with these videos, guys, is so many of these ex-girlfriends, ex-wives. I don't know if she's an ex-wife or an ex-girlfriend. But whenever the dude finds happiness, oh boy, they hate it. Like, they absolutely hate it. This dude, like, if he moves on and he has fun, or he finds another girlfriend or whatever, or Lord forbid, he finds a woman that's younger and looks better than her, oh my goodness, they lose their marbles over it. Ergo, we end up with TikToks like this.
Yeah. Man up. If us women was to do that, what state would the world be in? Where would the children be? Do you know? It's ridiculous, disgusting, and it'll probably only last a couple of months. And then he'll be back looking at his children.
Dating as
Yeah, she just sounds mad about the fact that he's seeing another man, right? So single mother who probably left the man is frustrated that the man moves on. You know, this is the same kind of content that we see from women come up when dudes do things like go to the Philippines, right? Or they go to Southeast Asian countries, or they just leave America or major Western society in general. These women don't like it because they don't like to see dudes happy at the end of the day. They don't like it when men go and find another woman, when the attention and the resources goes somewhere else, right? They're happy to divorce him. They're happy to divorce the guy. They're happy to leave him, treat him, throw him out of the picture. But they want him close enough where they can still receive the benefits, you see. But if he starts getting distracted by other women, oh, then it's a problem. And then she cares about the kids, right? If you cared about the kids, you wouldn't have them in a relationship that wasn't going to last in the first place. I really don't like this argument, guys, where you see so many of these women saying that they care about their kids and they're so empathetic and they're so caring and all of these sorts of things, but they fail to even secure a long-term relationship for the kids to grow up in. And you might say, oh, well, Taylor, that's so one-sided. Isn't it the man's duty to be there? Yeah, it absolutely is. If the man's not there because he up and ditched, which I would argue is actually not nearly the majority of the cases, then fair enough, the blame goes on the dude. But you know what? It also goes on the woman for choosing that guy in the first place. None of these women have to have kids with men that they don't want to. There might be a very small fraction, a very unfortunate fraction, but it's certainly not the majority at all. So let's continue. Dating as a single mother. We've got I believe this is perhaps the second last video clip here today. Let's continue.
Dating as a single mom has to be the hardest thing ever because there's such a balance that needs to be met. Like, if you talk about my son too much, that creeps me the f out. I'm out of there ASAP. But if you never mention my son, we can't do that either. 'Cause I don't even know what the balance is. I haven't found anybody with the right balance.
Huh?
Have you guys noticed that some of my videos have gone missing over here on YouTube? That is because I am slowly moving them over to locals where I can actually host them without the risk of getting in trouble. If you are not aware, many creators are starting to move over to places like locals, Rumble, etc. because YouTube is not really a free speech platform. So if you are interested in supporting the channel and getting access to videos that are no longer available here, make sure that you come and join us over on locals. The link will be in the video description down below. Supporters get access to their own exclusive videos that are no longer available to the public, so make sure you go to the link in the description and join us over there now. But anyway, guys, back to today's episode.
So I'm just out here, but I talked to somebody and they basically, I told them, hey, I'll get a babysitter, and he was like, hey, they got high chairs at the restaurant. It's like, huh? I understand you're trying to be like nice about it, but what?
So, you're dating as a single mother. It's one of the most difficult things you've ever done. And here's the thing about dating as a single mother, right? Every single one of these videos, they oftentimes complain that things are so hard, that it's such a struggle, and for some reason men just, you know, are falling short in whatever capacity these women like to bring up on any given day, right? It's always the men's fault at the end of the day. But here's my question, okay? Actually, it's not even a question. Let me rephrase that. The reason why all of these women struggle and it's so damn difficult to date as a single mother is because you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, society has really broken down to such a point, guys, where these people think that this crap is normal. Okay? They absolutely do. They're like, oh, I mean, what has the single mother rates gone up by? It must be a significant amount these days. I swear, guys, back in the day, you know, I was talking to my dad about this, right? And I asked him, you know, back in your day, what exactly was the single mother rates? Were they absolutely everywhere and things like this? And he was explaining to me that, man, back in the day, if a woman was a single mother, it was essentially because she was a widow, right? It was because something unfortunate happened and the man is no longer in the picture, right? Which, of course, is very sad. And I don't make fun of women who go through that crap, guys. You know, life isn't forever, okay? It's a very sad thing, and I understand that some people just go early, and that's very sad. So I don't make fun of those situations, right? But these days, these women are not single mothers because they're widows or because unfortunate things have happened. They're single mothers because they're clowns. Like, I can't put it any other way, guys. And also, the government facilitates this, okay? It actively encourages women to be single mothers. I mean, they get paychecks for doing this crap. I see so many of these women literally treating their kids as if they're some sort of financial asset because they know they're able to get money from the government or from the guy, depending on whereabouts you live. Okay, so, you know, of course, these single mother rates have gone up. Women can divorce because they feel like it now. They can get paychecks from kids. Not from the kids, obviously, but you understand what I mean. It's absolutely disgusting. So, of course, we have a lot more single mothers these days. So we have this last video clip here today. Let's take a listen. And guys, you know, I apologize in advance. These clips are horrible, and I have a bad feeling about this one. I haven't seen it yet, but I have a bad feeling.
Does anyone care to help me with my dating profile?
All right, what does this say? This is a single mother before we get into this. Oh, this is hilarious. Maybe we should bring back some dating profiles on the channel, guys, because these are damn funny. So let's go back to her picture. We'll take this slowly, guys. I'll actually... There we go. So this is what she looks like. For 30 years of age, she's not a terrible-looking individual. Like I said, a lot of these women, they're not even that horrible looking, right? These girls who complain about being single mothers. I mean, some of them are. Don't get it twisted. But, you know, they're not terrible-looking individuals. They're just completely damn clueless. So here, in her... Is this like an about section or something? All I ask is that you love God... love children, dance in the kitchen with me, blast music on car rides, and be active, just to name a few. Weird to me, guys, how religion is being brought into this, right? Because I don't understand how these women can claim to be religious and have a good relationship with God and things like this, and you're a single mother. These two things are like oil and water. They don't mix to me, but for some reason these women see nothing wrong with it. Let's continue down her profile here. She scrolls a bit. She's 30. She's a woman. She's heterosexual. She's 5'9". Legal assistant, University of Mount Olive. She's a Christian. She's she's looking for a life partner. Oh boy. Oh boy. I love these dating apps that have these little sections on them where they can say what people are looking for, because women just put the most hilarious crap to me. I just find it so funny. Now that we're a single mother and we're over the age of 30, right? We've passed the 30 threshold. Now we're looking for a life partner and we're looking for monogamy. So guys, when I see this, right, it sounds really cynical, but here's what I think. This woman is 30, so she's on a dating application. It's already lost. She's 5'9", so she's probably going to be shooting for a dude who's 6 foot and above. So now we're narrowing things down even more. She's a legal assistant and she has a university degree. I believe women with university degrees and who are educated have a significantly higher chance of divorcing you. So we're shooting for a tall guy. Marriage is a rough one, shall we put it that way. She says she's a Christian, but she's a single mother. She's looking for a life partner in monogamy. This has to be a comedy skit. Let's continue down a little bit. I believe she continues to scroll. Is she talking? Let's continue. She's not talking. She's just... So take me back to the beach. So the way to win her over, apparently, is by letting me borrow your hoodies and the good old back rub. But don't worry, I'll give you one back. Ah, yes. All right, so we've got a gym selfie here. Right. We got photos with her friends and things like this. Let's hear what the problem is. Let's take a listen.
I added pictures of just me, but also wanted to add in pictures of like me with other people to show that I'm social and that I don't just take selfies.
I mean, here's the thing, madam. Your profile is fine. Here's what's wrong with your profile. Number one, you're on a dating app at 30. And number two, you're a single mother. That's what's wrong with your profile here, okay? Like, solved it for you. There you go.
I don't have any pictures of my kids on my profile because of safety reasons. They don't need to be on there, but I've noted that I do have kids. So
Wait, did she note that she had kids? I didn't see that, guys. I don't know if she put that she has children there, but I suppose she must have. Right, so no photos of the kids. That's fine. As long as you say that you have kids, I don't really care. I don't think you should be putting pictures. People who put pictures of their kids all over the internet, I think that's weird. You know, I feel for the kids because they didn't consent to having their photos on the damn internet, right? Women who post their kids all over the internet, I do think that's incredibly cringe. But hey, at least she says it, apparently. I didn't see it, but according to her, she did.
it's not like a jump scare to anybody. I don't know though. What do y'all think? Anything I need to change? Let me know.
Yeah. So we're struggling to date. We need feedback on our dating profile here. I mean, the dating profile is not the problem. The problem is that you're a single mother and that you're trying to date over the age of 30. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to check out Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave his channel linked in the pinned comment. As always, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.